Today I'm going to be dividing up this African violet baby, which is not really a baby anymore. It's well and truly overdue to be divided up. So there's going to be quite a few plants in here. So I'm just going to get some of the soil off the roots. And I'm doing this so we can actually see where all the different plants are, because it is going to be a little bit tricky because it is quite compact, although maybe there's not as many plants in here as I thought there was. Okay, so to divide it up, you need to find the crowns, the different crowns of the plant. So this one is very compacted. So I can see that there is definitely a plant here, a smaller one. Maybe there's not as many plants in here as I thought there was. Well, look at that. There's one. And two. There's only 2 plants in there. Well, that was very, very deceptive. It looked like there was a lot more in that pot. Take off that little leaf, broken leaf stalk. Another one there. There you go. So it's got quite a well-developed root system happening. This one's a bit smaller root system. So to pot them up, we're going to need probably put this one back into the same pot, I think, because it is still quite large and it could do with going back into the same pot. But now it's got a little bit more freedom to grow. Pop a little bit of, move it across so you can see what I'm doing. Pop a little bit of soil in it. So dividing plants up, African violets, can be quite tricky because you've just got to get in and have a look, find those crowns, but sometimes they can be difficult to find because you've got a lot of leaf. And if you've left it for a little while, which I did with this plant, and it's overdue for repotting and dividing up, it can be even more difficult. So sometimes it's a lot easier to do when the plants are a lot, well, it's always a lot easier to do when the plants are a bit smaller. But that's okay. I mean, if you have to do it when they're a bit bigger, it's all right too. Now the interesting thing with this plant is I can just see it's got some little flowers coming. Can you see the flowers in there? Little tiny flower stalks. And in there, it'll be exciting because I have absolutely no idea what colour this plant is. But that's so exciting. I love when I get flowers coming. And this one will need to go into a smaller pot. So I'm going to actually put it into a tiny pot. Now it won't be in this pot for very long, but I am going to put it in the smaller one because you always want your pot, they say 1/3 the size of the plant to the pot. So that looks about right to me. And there you have it. 2 little plants. Well, one larger, one smaller, but 2 plants. And they'll be much happier now. They can grow a little bit, they've got a bit more room to grow. They'll be much, much happier. So that's how you divide up an African violet plants. Thank you for watching.